Hi, I'm Tia from the Sustainable Economies Law Center.
And I'm Tobias from the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights of the San Francisco Bay Area.
We're both lawyers who want to keep local businesses rooted in our community.
So we made this series of videos to demystify commercial leases.
This video is about lease subletting and assignments.
No one ever wants to think about having to go out of business. But one thing to consider is whether or not your landlord will let you move out if you have to.
At a minimum, ask the landlord to allow you to assign or sublet the space so long as the new tenant is reasonable.
One way to make this clause more palatable for landlords is to include a requirement that the landlord give written consent before any transfer is made.
But the lease should also say that the landlord cannot unreasonably withhold consent to sublet or assign. This means that they can't reject a proposed person to take over your lease based on a whim. There has to be a good reason for rejecting that person, such as a bad credit score or other financial information indicating that the person cannot pay the monthly rent, or that the person wants to open a business that isn't allowed to operate in the space.
So, for example, if your bookstore is going out of business and you ask your landlord if your friend can take over the lease to run a water park, then it would be reasonable for the landlord to withhold consent.
Maybe you just need to find someone who wants to run a comic book and game store.
To learn about other things you should know about your lease, check out our resources. We've drafted a fair and just commercial lease template that you can use to negotiate with a landlord.
Links to the resources are below.